last night, so we'll see.
Yeah, I chatted with Judit about that. She couldn't see outside. That was part of her frustration, and on top of that, wasn't playing her best. So that was part of the conversation there. Todd Fought will be our first server in men's doubles, and would be curious to know the psychology behind this. If you're the team that hasn't won 0-2 in men's doubles in this series for Rafa Hewett and Blaine Hoveneir, do you think they're going to be the dark horse in this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, you have nothing to lose. Obviously, it's been close both matches, I think, just by 2 points each time. But, yeah, you got to go out swinging this time. You know you can still win if you have that loss, so be a little bit more aggressive.
Point.
Just wide for Rafa Hewett to start. Atlanta takes the opening point. Jaume Martinez-Vich back to serve. Wonder how he slept last night after missing the serve in the Dream Breaker late. I'm sure he bounced back quick. Fought reaches in, full extension through the kitchen.
And for Blaine Hoveneir and Rafa Hewett, I think the troubles they have are both being alpha males with that righty-lefty combo, 2 forehands in the middle, a little bit of communication. Who's going to be the alpha?
And maybe indoors, elevating the atmosphere here a bit
100%.
at the challenger level. I would expect a raucous environment. A lot of noise.
Some of the Purdue Pickleball Club, my alma mater, sitting behind there.
There you go. I'm sure they want your autograph later. Give the people what they want.
There's some ballers on that Boilermaker club team, that's for sure.
Vegas on the board. Hoveneir back to serve to Jaume Martinez-Vich. What a great play. Rafa Hewett moving Fought around the kitchen, created the pop-up chance he wanted.
This is such an interesting mental dynamic to play someone 3 times in a row. Normally you play someone once, and if you don't get that win, you really second guess yourself. I wish I did this better. Now that you have a 3rd time to do it, you can really strategize. You have a night of sleep. That should make a massive difference. There's no surprises anymore.
Side out, point 4.
Bounce off the tape for Todd Fought. They'll take the break.
It seems like it was unfortunate. Bounced straight up. Rafa Hewett just mistiming that put away, it seems. He was lucky there from Fought.
And he missed on that one too for Rafa Hewett. Gives the thumbs up over to Jaume Martinez-Vich. And here's the series update. Tied 1 match apiece. Winner advances to the semifinal and receives the promotion to the premier level in 2025.
Adam. Correction. Point. 6-3.
Yeah, Rafa seems to struggle to find his footing early on here a couple points ago.
Point.
A little foreshadow to Blaine Hoveneir stepping on the kitchen line, apparently. And then game to 25, rally scoring. You do not want this lead. Obviously, if you're the Vegas Night Owls, get beyond 4 here.
Point.
Nice chance there for Hoveneir too. Right in his wheelhouse.
Again, I'm shaking my head at Rafa, looking like he's falling over there at the kitchen line. That 2-handed backhand before Blaine misses it. Not sure if court surface inside's a little more gritty.
8-3.
She's having an interesting reaction to it. Who knows?
Side out,
Well,
point
back
4.
for Martinez-Vich. Vegas needs something to get going. This men's doubles matchup has been troublesome. 0-2 in this matchup in the playoffs.
9-3.
Jaume and Todd Fought have owned the series. That's deep from Jaume on the third.
Side out, point 4.
And for Atlanta, they want to win in regulation. They don't seem to be as well suited in the Dream Breaker matchup outside of Jaume Martinez-Vich, their ace.
And they got a little lucky
Owls.
last night, I think, to extend that as long as they did. I think Susannah Barr went 3-1 there at the end.
4-9.
She's not known for her singles prowess at all.
She did get a few.
Side out, point 10.
Zoey Wang there late.
Yep. But I think that's something that's unusual.
Yes.
I don't expect to see that 2 days in a row. So if you're Las Vegas, yes, you're just looking to take this to a Dream Breaker. Let my singles horses do the work and get out of here and get into the USDA National Campus in Orlando later this month.
Yeah,
Side
how
out,
cool is that
point
going to
5.
be? You've been there in Orlando.
yeah.
Epic atmosphere for the championship rounds. Semifinals will begin on Friday, November 22nd. Championship
5-10.
rounds will take place that Sunday. It's going to be a fun one. Get your tickets.
Side out,
Goes
point
Todd Fought
11.
out of the air, sneaky on Blaine Hoveneir's left hip.
Yeah, cannot leave that up high to Todd Fought. Too tricky there.
11-5.
Too many options. Could have gone body, middle. He chose the ladder down the line.
Play again down the line on Hewett. Commanding the kitchen and controlling the kitchen at this point.
Yeah, Hoveneir and Rafa not controlling these backhand dinks on the outside. Obviously, forehands in the middle can be advantageous, but not if you can't keep those backhand dinks down.
Yeah, it's very clear to your point the targets
13-5
for
Atlanta.
the bouncers are to the in terms of duper and otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, Todd Fought, normally not known for his great results on the PPA Tour, I think rises to the challenge
13-5.
on the MLP level. And then Emily Cederquist, Susannah Barr, I could say the same. Susannah, such a great veteran presence. I think elevates Emily's game as well. Very good. I mean, look, we're the top 6 here. We're in game 3 to go top 4 in Challenger and a spot in Premier next year. So every player has earned their stripes.
Side out, point 14.
I do think the women of Las Vegas are a little favored. Zoey Wang, especially one of the better players in Challenger.
14-6.
Judit Castillo hasn't really played up to her potential, I don't think, yet. I expect different today, as we talked about earlier.
Point.
What a play by Jaume Martinez-Vich down the line that time on Rafa Hewett's backhand.
Yeah, a 9-point lead here is massive in rally scoring game to 25. Almost seems surmountable.
It's a miss. Well wide for Blaine Hoveneir. He played so good in last night's matchup. Said he got a lot of notes from his coaches after match 1 compared to match 2. Judit Castillo had a spirited conversation with him as well.
Side out, point 7.
Better there from Hewett. You can see the pattern, though, that Martinez-Vich and Fought, a lot of dinking to the outside. Both backhands trying to find a pop-up through the middle.
Side out, point 17.
Another missed opportunity on the backhand dink. That seems to be the theme, as you pointed out.
Yeah, both Blaine Hoveneir and Rafa Hewett leaning middle so hard to try to get forehands that they're leaving that gap out wide.
Wow, Jaume Martinez-Vich playing singles that point. Todd Fought gives him a smirk.
And a little off speed there on that backhand. That's what won that point. Not to mention the great movement.
Timeout, Las
Again,
Vegas.
we're talking an 11-point lead.
Yeah, and the Vegas Night Owls, unsurprisingly, call a timeout. They will group with their coach, Steve Deacon, on the sideline. And with that backhand dink being a problem right now for Vegas, leaning so heavy to the middle on both sides with the forehands, what would be your suggestion to alleviate that a little bit between Rafa and Blaine?
Obviously, you're wanting to dink a lot more middle. It's just who can find that pattern first. If you leave it sitting too much in the middle with a Jaume Martinez-Vich forehand, you're at the risk of a massive speed up or him pulling you wide again. So at the moment, they're just kind of at the mercy of Fought and Jaume Martinez-Vich playing just a little too good, and that's why there's that 11-point lead, unfortunately.
Jaume and Todd looking sharp, and there was a funny exchange between Jaume and Rafa last night in the Dreambreaker that Rafa told us on the desk. He said, Jaume told him, don't miss this return, and Rafa said, don't miss this serve, and then it was actually Jaume that missed the serve in a tie game situation. Could have tied it there to take it.
But it's funny, like Jaume's just jovial nature. Yes. I bet he forgot about it immediately after the match. You can tell, coming out here 18-7, not a care in the world.
Oh. Todd Fought wants that one back. Jaume so explosive with his footwork.
Yeah. Great get there from Rafa. Fought's gonna want that one back.
Great execution by Todd Fought. Blaine Hoveneir caught just a few feet back off the kitchen.
Jaume Martinez-Vich looks like this is slow motion for him. Kind of toying with the ball, taking pace off when he wants to. You can tell very relaxed out there, not a care in the world.
19-8.
19-8. Why would there be?
Wow. That's a tough one to miss on a very athletic Ernie from Blaine Hoveneir. Bouncers running away with
28.
it.
Yeah, unbelievable defense out of Fought. Putting that back in the middle there in the kitchen. Great reset.
Point.
Another one to the backhand dink. Jaume shakes his head. And when does that start to weigh on your psyche?
Oh,
if you're Blaine Hoveneir.
Yeah, it's already weighing.
Point.
And I think Blaine was someone that had really high expectations put on him earlier in the year, was elevating his game. I think the last 2 or 3 months, not so much.
Yeah, got the promotion to the premier level, stepped in for Thomas Wilson for the LA Mad Drops.
22-8.
Speedy recovery to Thomas Wilson.
Side out, point 9. .22. Side out, point 23.
And Atlanta 2 points away from.
And now, yeah, just simple speed ups.
23-9.
Errors from the Las Vegas Night Owls.
Point.
Todd Fought leans in, executes another for a game point.
We normally don't see this score line in Major League Pickleball unless Annalie Waters is on one side of the net.
Exactly. That's a great point.
Fourth game, 25-9.
From Todd Fought will close it out 25-9.
I do, yeah. It's different than we've had the whole year. I think obviously trying to emulate some of the other major sports. Once you get into the playoffs, it becomes a series. So I see why they did that. It's not so much up to chance. You really have to beat someone and do it consistently.
Through the middle goes Judit Castillo, and she was locked in this morning, Matt. Did not like the way that she personally performed late last night when she couldn't see, and very motivated.
Point.
And you promised this, and Vegas delivering so far early here in game 2, trying to even out the match series. Oh, Emily Cederquist, she's been really effective with that. Missed that time, just shy of the baseline, but she has been lights out.
Yeah, her lob is one of the better lobs in the game. You don't really compliment people too much on a lob, but hers is great.
Side out, point 1. 1-3.
A cannon from the transition area from Cederquist, a gutsy play.
A couple shots there that I thought Judit Castillo needs to put a little bit more pace on, needs to put away.
2-3.
Zoey Wang's the one with the finishing power for the Owls.
Side out, point 4.
Well, as good as Zoey Wang is on that backhand flick, she is quite the enforcer with the forehand, too, out of the air.
4-2.
Very crispy with her contact.
Side out, point 3.
And credit to Atlanta, staying right in it.
Oh, yeah.
3-4.
Too good from Susannah Barr. Sneaks it to the corner. Saw her do that in warm-ups today, too.
Again, I don't think this match necessarily is going to be about the best player on the court, Zoey Wang. It might be about the players that we're questioning a little bit. How well is Judit Castillo going to perform? Is Barr going to play to the height of her ability? Cederquist. I think we know what we're going to get from Zoey Wang. It's going to be more about the others.
5-4.
Well, Atlanta 0-2 in women's doubles in the playoff matchup here.
Side out, point 5.
Great play from Castillo after missing the return. Goes down the line, catches Barr off guard.
Really good speed up from her. She's been consistent in just dinking, so it's nice for that changeup.
And a crashing Zoey Wang shakes and bakes her way through the point.
2 points in a row with the speed up to Susannah Barr. That's worked. Let's see if they continue that.
Barr repelling the favor. She's sick of getting picked on in the speed up category. The Friday morning score in this matchup was 29-27 in favor of Zoey Wang and Judit Castillo, 25-19 in the second match.
Side out, point 7.
Stealing back the 1-point lead is Zoey Wang.
7-6. Point. 8-6. Side out, point 7. You can challenge him, Miss Skechers.
Big.
Yeah, you and I were supposed to be at the desk this morning to welcome us to air, but the rain has delayed that for now, so we are all indoors all day long. 3 matches on the day. This is the first of 3. Last match of the series, though, at the challenger level. Then it will be all premier level for the rest of the weekend to come. That's 2 out of 3 match series. You have to beat a team twice to move on.
If it's that overhead that Rafa and the Las Vegas Night Owls are challenging, I think he may be right. We'll see here. Oh, different point. I think she was clean there.
Yeah, I'm not sure I see it, but we will. Let Alan give us the verdict. All right, Alan, what's the word?
After video challenge, there was no foot fault on the previous play. The Las Vegas Night Owls, you lose 1 free video challenge. You have 2 free video challenges remaining. Atlanta, you have 3 free video challenges remaining. We'll resume play at 7-8. Time in. 7-8.
All right, there you have it. Atlanta 1 point away. Chance to tie it.
Side out,
And they won't. Instead, Vegas takes a 2-point lead back.
9-7.
Judit Castillo pulls off the kitchen, rips an overhead. 10-7 lead, Vegas.
That's got to feel good for Judit. Clearly the target here.
10-7.
Coming up big.
There's the backhand roll of Zoey Wang. So swift with her movement, and that ball to paddle contact is unmatched.
Especially when Susannah Barr leaves it up high.
Yeah, but it looks
right
like
in the strike zone.
She hits it in the same spot on her paddle every single time. It's impressive. Diligently works at her craft. Originally hails from Taiwan. Zoey Wang. Judit Castillo, originally from Spain. Very multicultural team.
You don't hit it in the middle of your paddle every time, Mish? Come on now.
Certainly not. Need more lessons with McNasty. There it is.
Side out,
Love to attack off the bounce for Cederquist. Strategy has been fruitful.
8-12. Side out, point 13. Timeout, change ins, 13.
Vegas perseveres, 13-8 lead at the end change. And we're looking at a potential match series tied at 1 game apiece. We'll see if Vegas can hang on to save their team's playoff hopes.
Hewett, I know Anderson Scarpa was dropped from the team. I don't love that drop. I think Anderson's very underrated, especially in Major League Pickleball format. Such a solid player. I do like to pick up from off of that.
Yeah, especially with the results that they had.
Yeah.
They were in the lead most of the season, made it all the way to the final. It was a big shakeup from management to player. Zoey Wang tries to mix in the lob, but Cederquist was already back to gobble it up.
Not a bad play there from Zoey Wang. I'd like her to just rip that. I think that ball was sitting a little high. Could have gone firmly with the nice forehand roll.
There it is from Zoey Wang. Even if it's lower right to the knee, she still gets a hold of it.
And that ball from Cederquist, putting that backhand in the middle, that should just go right by her, allow Susannah Barr to just reset that there. Just a little miscue. That's the nerves, trying to do a little too much at times.
(14-10). Point. (15-10). Point.
Vegas on a roll, 6-point lead now over the Bouncers.
Again, in these tight situations, 1 game to 25 here, rally scoring. It's not going to be about the winners. It's going to be about some of these unforced errors. You can stay away from a long clip of them.
It's identical match score line from the 2 previous matches.
Point.
Not the play for Cederquist off the bounce, out wide. Vegas taking advantage and running away with game 2.
17-10.
That's just a case of trying to make something out of nothing to get back in the score.
Point. Timeout Atlanta, 18-10.
Timeout called by the Bouncers as this one gets.
And Kleister's obviously a former #1 tennis player in the world.
Time in.
Hall of Famer.
18-10.
Plays herself now, has played a pro pickleball event.
Love to get Tom out here. Come on, Tom. Oh, you're
Too
busy in the booth.
ice skating.
Ice skating.
Tried ice skating for the first time. Did not look
Actually?
that bad, actually.
19-10.
Really?
Too many years in the league, doesn't want to get injured ice
That
skating.
makes sense.
Point.
Vegas just cannot be stopped. 2010 and out of reach at the moment for Atlanta.
20-10.
Yeah, mentally so tough here. If you're Atlanta to even fight back down 10. Seems impossible. Most likely is.
Side out, point.
Long for Wang. Feels like this one's going to come down to mixed doubles again. Last night, Judit Castillo and Blaine Hoveneir were the separating duo that won to help their team split in mixed. In match 1 in the morning, though, not the case. Atlanta swept the mixed doubles series.
12-20.
It's good. That's a nice ball from Cederquist. A little bit of off speed.
Very nice out of Emily Cederquist. Look at that right shoulder. Again, the off speed, just like you said. Beautiful shot. Knowing the data we knew from the last 2 days, we probably should have just started with mixed doubles.
Think this is going dream breaker?
I'd like to see it. Why not? A lot on the line here. Let's take it to a dream breaker.
Well, back for Castillo. Little life for the Bouncers.
4 in a row.
Still trailing by 6.
Not done yet.
Yeah.
14-20.
Zoey Wang, the enforcer for unanswered points, will end there. Vegas takes the ball back. They're 4 points away from taking game 2 to even it out 1 game apiece.
Side out.
What happened there? Looks very clearly to be Castillo's ball, and then miscommunication in the middle.
Even happens to the pros.
15-21. Side out, point 22.
Zoey Wang cleaning up. Feels like Atlanta missed their chance for the comeback. We'll see.
Yeah, down 10 at one point, just so difficult.
Side out, point 16.
Down 10 in normal scoring would be difficult to come back
Yes.
from. Let alone rally scoring where someone can win on the return.
16-22. Side out, point 23.
Again, clearly Las Vegas Night Owls isolating Emily Cederquist a lot down the stretch here. Some errors that you normally don't see from her. Fantastic player again, but in this type of situation, nerves coming into play.
Every point matters in this format. Too good. Zoey Wang crosses over her body, still takes it out in front.
Yeah, Zoey really is the most dynamic woman in all of Challenger. Just the movement, the ability to cover over 50, 60, 70% of the court when she needs to.
Side out, point
Atlanta
17.
saves a game point. Vegas will have to win on their serve and earn the ball back to close it.
They're going to be able to save 7 more is the challenge.
Wow, Susannah Barr creating some chaos with the lob. If it gets to 20, I say maybe.
Yeah, things can get spicy here, that's for sure. Atlanta bouncers basically having house money to play with on their own serve, cannot lose it on their own serve. Can swing away, be loose. You're going to have a chance again on a return.
Side out.
Vegas with a game point number 2 now.
24-18.
Zoey Wang closes out game 2. Vegas evens out the match series. To mixed doubles we go. Identical scoreline.
As expected, the last 2 matches went the same exact way, and mixed doubles should decide it, or we go to a dream breaker, but tied 1-1 here between these 2 teams.
Another look at game points as we send you to break. So now this is clearly what Vegas had wanted the whole time. Maybe this will be the difference.
I think if you're Vegas here, potentially a little bit of a sacrificial lamb for Judit Castillo and Blaine Hoveneir. If they can get it done, great, but let's try to get to a dream breaker.
However, great play by Judit Castillo, and Castillo and Hoveneir saved the match for their team last night. Technically, they won 26-24 late against Emily Cederquist and Todd Fought. And that's what earned them a chance to hit the dream breaker, where they have the advantage, they feel. Jaume gets big in the middle, must-win situation, both sides.
Yeah, if you're Judit Castillo, you're going to have to keep Jaume Martinez-Vich honest, go behind him here and there. Obviously, a lot of balls are going to be heading Susannah Barr's way. If they're left up in the middle, that guy is going to take over. It's been a lot of foot faults out of Blaine Hoveneir the last 2 days.
2-1.
I need to get smaller shoes or different color shoes, as Dave Fleming always says. Maybe a white pair.
Slay down, point 2. Two. Slide out, point 3.
Castillo was there, threw it into the net. It was right there for the taking.
3-2.
Jaume recovers the serve now over to Hoveneir.
Slide out, point 3.
We're going to see a lot out of that from Jaume Martinez-Vich. Imposing himself, trying to be big through the middle. See if it'll pay off.
Side out, point 4. Four, 3.
And again, two tough teams waiting in Orlando for either of these winners.
Yeah, the SoCal Heart 8's the 2 seed and the Chicago Slice the 1 seed.
Yep. Veteran team out of both of those.
Well played by Jaume, targeting Judit Castillo. And Miami Pickleball Club clinched their spot into the semifinals as the 3 seed. They got bumped out of the top 2.
Yep.
Their last regular season event.
It's a tough team, Miami. Great team chemistry.
Side out, point 4.
Ownership group very invested. Saw Eric Onsens had his birthday, clinched yesterday, went to a nice steak dinner. That was all over Instagram. See them celebrate.
4, 5.
Where'd they go?
Probably Albernays. It looks like Albernays. Nice little steakhouse here in Dallas.
Side out, point 6.
I imagine either of these
6-4.
teams, whoever wins, will have a nice little celebration tonight, a few days before Worlds here in Dallas.
Side out, point 5.
Hoveneir apologizes. Jaume throws his hands up into the air.
5, 6. Side out, point 7.
Lucky return there from Jaume Martinez-Vich off a massive serve.
7-5.
Hoveneir.
Point.
Oh, it's good. Susannah Barr, the lob queen so far.
She's unorthodox, but she finds a way.
Yeah, she is.
8-5.
I've always admired that about her game. She does things a little bit differently.
I think she would even tell you that it doesn't
Side
look
out,
pretty,
point
but
6.
it can get the job done. And the veterans. It's impressive
6,
in her
8.
late 40s, out here still competing. Frankly, these youngsters.
Side out, point 9.
Yeah, that's not easy to do at 46 years old.
9,
Look at
6.
players like Matt Wright
Yep.
on the men's side that can still hang. Wow, that was pretty. Judit Castillo lines it up in the middle of the transition area.
That should give Castillo a little bit of confidence here.
7-9.
Judit Castillo, the captain of this Vegas Night Owls team. She's been the captain since the start of the year.
Point.
And if it goes to a dream breaker, she
8-9.
tells me that they will not do anything different with the batting order from the ladies, with her at 3 and Zoey at 4. Anything could change there, I guess, but that was the strategy, I guess, going into it.
I think either order for the women, they come out on top over the course of a dream breaker.
9-9.
Well, she says actually it creates an even more advantage for them at that 4 slot, because Zoey has such an edge, whoever's the matchup.
Side out, point 10. Ten, 9. Side out, point 10.
Thank you very much from Blaine Hoveneir to tie it. Vegas right back in it. Keeping things level emotionally. That was the focus from Judit Castillo in this partnership.
10-10.
She said it in the first match. Every time Hoveneir got super excited after a point, they always lost the next point. So just trying to steady him out a little bit. That emotion can work for you and against you.
100%.
Point.
And clearly paying off here. The Night Owls recovering 1-point lead. Their first lead of game 3.
I think this is a
11-10.
must-win mixed doubles match for the Atlanta Bouncers.
Yeah, you're right.
Las Vegas, the clear favorite in the next one.
Point.
They would love to go up
12-10.
the change, up 3.
Side out, point 11.
Commentator's curse.
11-12.
Ooh, just deep,
Point.
and luckily for Atlanta, not sure they'd be able to track that one down to tie it.
12-12. Point, timeout, change ends, 13-12 Atlanta.
13-12 lead for the Atlanta Bouncers, who would seemingly have a big edge in this matchup with Jaume on their side. But right now,
15 seconds.
Leanne's very involved with the decision-making and very invested in her team.
Time in.
Always at every event
13-12.
in support.
Point.
Trey Young had a pickleball charity event last month
14-12.
as well, so he's very invested, as you said, been to a few events. I believe has a signature paddle coming out as well.
Susannah Barr snipes it down the line, inside out of the air. It was a gift, well received.
It's now 5 straight
15-12.
points for the Atlanta Bouncers. We're down 12-10.
Side out, point 13.
It's a great attack out of Blaine Hoveneir. Just to an awkward spot on Jaume. Great backhand flick.
13-15. Side out, point 16. 16-13.
How about that? Another forehand, a beastly one for Susannah Barr out of the air. Can't leave it up to that spot.
Susannah Barr has been the more aggressive female on these mixed teams right now. Very impressive. Not just more aggressive, but more steady. If you're giving the MVP for this first mixed match, you're giving it to Susannah Barr.
And a mixed return from Blaine Hoveneir.
Timeout, Las Vegas.
Vegas was right there. They let them off the hook. A couple of unforced errors you pointed out, and now Atlanta looks to be taking the series lead, but they will require 7 more points to do just that. We're going to be right back with the rest of Game 3. Series decider in this third match this morning. They split matches yesterday. And that's a nice response out of the timeout. Steve Deacon giving fist bumps to his man, Blaine Hoveneir.
Yeah, 4 points is not that big of a lead. Can easily come back here.
How about that? Judit Castillo steps in with great anticipation. 3 points, feels a little bit more manageable at this point.
That's an interesting decision out of Jaume Martinez-Vich. That's one where as soon as you hit it, you go, ah, why did I go to that spot? You hit it a little lower, you're a hero, but that high, Judit Castillo. Unbelievable shot.
What a spot for Castillo. Make it a 2-point game.
Castillo, these last few points, unbelievable job there. Hit 3 or 4 great resets to get forward, climb that ladder towards the kitchen line. Beautiful.
Side out, point 19. Nineteen, 16.
Jaume skips across the kitchen, back on top.
So quick on his feet, so light. One step, he's covering about 75% of the court.
20-16.
Here you have it, bouncers up by 4.
Oh, counter from Castillo. She gives it to her fellow Spaniard.
Beautiful shot. Crowd loved it. I like that the players are both smiling.
Jaume hailing from Mallorca, Spain. Judit Castillo,
not so fast.
originally from Spain as well. That leaves it up. It lands inside the baseline. Shoulder slump from Blaine Hoveneir.
It's the second time in this mixed game that he's let one go that's barely gone in. Not that that's going to be the difference here at all. It's an interesting note. Not cleanly hit off of Jaume Martinez-Vich paddle at all.
On the backhand side of Hoveneir. Great target right at the left foot.
It's a good change of pace there. Blaine backing off, thinking Jaume might go big to pace off. A lot of topspin. Tough to recover the feet.
That's why, too, Atlanta needs 2 points to take a 1-game edge in this quarter-final matchup. Oh, no, not that one. That was a spicy ATP. Missed the easy one.
Some great defense out of the Atlanta bouncers there.
Blue cards
both sides.
To Las Vegas Night Owls. Ball abuse.
And a ball abuse called him. Had insult to injury and a game point.
(24-17).
Game sealed. Jaume Martinez-Vich goes right. Todd Fought will have to be the difference maker on his side, playing with Emily Cederquist.
New Vulcan
Will look to do
Game
just
4,
that.
time in.
Cederquist and Fought
0-0.
split their mixed matches in this playoff series. Won on Friday morning, lost last night. Different matchup though. Vegas got to decide this matchup. This is where they felt they had the edge.
1-0. Point.
Right away into the net for Cederquist. It's often as the female counterparts in mixed doubles to feel like the target, but it feels that way more on Cederquist's side than it does Zoey Wang with how
100%.
point in case aggressive poach. It's wide, but there's wide. And such an advantage too to have a player like Zoey to be able to play the left with a lefty Rafa on the right.
And if you're Las Vegas there, you're okay with Zoey missing that early. You want her moving, you want her to be a presence to the middle. You're Rafa, you're encouraging her, keep that up. But maybe hit that. Don't let that ball go.
Yeah.
Great drive out of Todd Fought, all the top spin in the world.
Ooh. Todd Fought just barely avoiding the kitchen. And Jaume is welcoming Rafa Hewett to challenge it, who looked like he was thinking about it.
Well outside the kitchen there, Rafa.
Spicy counter-attack from Rafa Hewett. Right in his forehand.
3-3.
Plays with an Adidas paddle, unique. Oh my, what? Wild points, wild spin. How did Cederquist stay on it?
Let's see that one again.
That ball was about to spin over the net.
I know it's early, Atlanta's staying close, but they're doing a good job of not having long, drawn-out points. A lot of quick points, hands battles. I think that favors potentially a nervy Cederquist.
5-4.
Just long for Fought on the crash. Had the opening, just gets robbed off the tape.
It's definite strategy. Out of the bouncers, a lot of drives and crashes, shortening these points up. You're going to see that, the continuation of this game to 25.
That's wide. Great play from Todd Fought. Rafa's looking at Steve Deacon for something at their bench.
Rafa, normally known for really quick hands, hasn't been quite on there yet today. See if that changes.
Couple of drives paying off for the bouncers.
7-5.
They win this game and the match is theirs. They're on to the championship rounds in Orlando. Oh, another lob from Emily Cederquist over the head of Zoey Wang. Gives it right back.
And the order of play here makes things interesting. If this was tied 1-1 and they go in mixed with this matchup, I think it's a clear favorite for the Night Owls. Knowing you have to win, it's a different dynamic.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Not saying it's going to change the outcome, but I think some of the nerves you're seeing on the side of Las Vegas Night Owls early is because of that dynamic. They know they need to win. Margin of error is low.
Oh, it's in. Emily Cederquist just throws her paddle in, gets it. And adding to your point on the pressure, Rafa Hewett wants this so bad. He wants to be at the premier level. Top 4 challenger level teams will get the promotion. Ooh. Wow, Emily Cederquist saving the points. She's been the difference maker so far.
Unbelievable. We thought Cederquist would come out tight, not at all, playing lights out.
We talked a lot about that yesterday with Cameron at the desk of how Emily is an X factor in your mind, especially in mixed. And she's rising to the occasion so far.
Yeah, sometimes expectations can weigh on you. That being if you're Wang and Hewett, have to win, the pressure's on you, you're supposed to be the better team. If you're Zoey, you're supposed to be the best player in Challenger.
Wow. What a play by Todd Fought to create the chaos. And look how excited Jaume is getting on his bench for Emily. Every time she touches the ball, he's tapping his feet, all smiles ear to ear, as well as the bench. Catalano. Oh, it felt like Atlanta had it, and Vegas needs to get going.
That would have been a huge point to go on the turn with all that momentum. Up 13-6 now, 12-7.
On their way back up to the kitchen, Cederquist pops one up. Vegas climbing back in, 4-point gap to overcome.
8-12.
Todd Fought been so impressive last 3 days. I would say the most consistent player. You don't see ups, you don't see downs. It's kind of just, you know what you're getting with Fought.
Todd Fought and the Atlanta Bouncers take hold of a 13-8 lead midway through Game 4. The Bouncers could close the match. Shot of the break, Jaume is on his feet for more. A playoff clinching scenario here in Dallas. Current match series, best 2 out of 3 tied, 1 match apiece. They split yesterday early in the morning. It was Atlanta that cleaned up in regulation over Vegas. Vegas came back to win it in a dream breaker last night in their second match. So now we are in the later stretch in match number 3, the decider of who moves on to the championship rounds. And right now, Atlanta in a closing position, trying to protect a 4-point cushion.
A lot to be played still left on this other side. That 13 switch.
Wow, that was good, and a simple thumbs up from Todd Fought. Yeah, Rafa Hewett rounds him up with that ATP.
10-13.
This man wants it. That's deep for Todd Fought, and Vegas seemingly off the hook.
11-13.
Atlanta had to just take the moment and run with it.
Side out, point 14.
Zoey Wang missed a third to help Atlanta get back up on top by 3.
Yeah, there's a few players you want on your
14-11.
team if you're in Major League Pickleball. Zane Navratil, Arina Tereshchenko. I have to say Rafa Hewett is in that category. Someone who just shows up in crunch time.
Side out, point 12.
Unforced errors after the end change, both sides. Nerves kicking in. Oh. That's one of the reasons why a lot of teams want Rafa. He gives it his all every single point. Great play.
You can see Dominic Catalano, the point before last, telling Fought to settle down. You don't need to go for winners on every shot. It's not a race to the finish line.
Fought called on the Night Owls as Todd Fought gets into a hands battle with Zoey Wang.
16-12.
Question of a challenge there. Bouncers back up by 4. Missed return. Fortuitous for Atlanta, looking to close out the match in 4.
17-12. Side out, point 13.
High ball through the middle from Zoey Wang.
And that's a case of Fought maybe trying to cover too much court. Cederquist cocked back with that backhand ready to go.
There's the lob, and even Rafa couldn't get a hold of it.
Side out, point 18.
Something bothered him on his way back to hit the overhead.
Yeah, it's tough to go from outside to inside, lighting a little bit different.
18-13.
Cederquist has a great lob, especially out of the air there on that dink. Beautiful.
Connors' defense has been there too. Rafa Hewett willing his way through the point. Gets it right back. Vegas fighting for their playoff lives and a promotion into the premier level.
14-18.
Comes down to this game for Vegas. ATP from Rafa Hewett. Trying to will his team to a victory.
A lot of fingernails chewed on that sideline for Susannah Barr right now.
15-18.
That was awesome ATP from deep in the court, too. Zoey on the full attack now. It's all Vegas with the momentum. Still trailing by 2, but Atlanta feels like you have to win this point, or you got to call a timeout.
They have to have a big lead getting to 24, because if it's close, especially with rally scoring, I feel like Vegas is going to have their chances to really get back to even.
Missed chance on the third for Zoey Wang. Atlanta will get the break, but that momentum was dangerous feeling. And Vegas will call a timeout there. I think it's a good time for Atlanta to regroup too. We're seemingly struggling those last couple of points. We're gonna take a quick breather as well. 3-point lead to Atlanta. They're in the closing stretch to close the match and take it. championship round appearance in Orlando. They're 6 points away in Vegas, fighting for their playoff lives. Rafa Hewett, desperate to get back to the premier level. Rafa Hewett stands tall in the firefight, stays patient. You had to wonder what adjustments were discussed.
You can just feel the tense moments around that kitchen line. I know it looks easy on TV, but anything left a little bit high, especially in this moment, you can feel the stress on each of these players. Paddles.
2017.
Todd Fought steps in a big way. 21-17 now. They're 4 points away.
21-17. Side out, point 18. Eighteen 21.
Away from Zoey Wang. Don't count Vegas out just yet. They want to push this to a tie-break dream breaker.
19,
they are right there. Steve Deacon looks a little nervous.
I'm a little nervous.
Atlanta survives another 22-19.
At this point, it's just anything. It doesn't matter how it looks. We just need to keep inching closer to that 25. 1 point at a time.
Side out, point 20.
Who do you think's more nervous at this point in the match? To trying to close it out, Team Atlanta, or trying to save your playoff hopes
20-22
for Vegas?
I think Atlanta right now. You saw that off the paddle of Cederquist.
ATP and a beauty for Rafa Hewett to pull his team within one.
I think Rafa played an out ball there too. I just think he wanted that ATP, maybe rile him up, the crowd, his team. And now within 1 point,
wow.
1 point, you can hear the crowds getting involved. So much tension on both teams. These coaches have a lot to do here on this little timeout.
Yeah, you could see the opposite reactions to that ATP from Rafa Hewett. You said it. When Major League Pickleball teams are looking at the draft list and who they want to plug into their team, Rafa Hewett is a spark plug in this format. He thrives in a team environment. He loves rally scoring. He has such a passion for the game.
He's just a little pesky. He gets in your head.
Yeah.
To round him up. A little bit of taunting. Again, nicest guy in the world off the court. But on the court, he really gets in your head. And in this format, when there's so much riding on it, it's really for the team. It's not just for yourself. Over the course of a match, in this case, a series, Rafa Hewett is someone you definitely want on your side. Todd Fought as well, though. Just such a solid figure. You know what you're going to get from him.
Well, Todd Fought has won several titles at the challenger level with the Hard Eights. He's no stranger to pressure. Las Vegas tells it at 22. 3 points, and game 4 is theirs, and we are going to a dream breaker. Emily Cederquist has not been giving those cookie chances the first half of this game 4.
First half of game 4 isn't the nervy part.
23.
And Zoey Wang lets that moment pass. 23-20 Atlanta. This one's coming down to the wire.
23-22.
Oh! It's deep. Atlanta takes match point.
And we talked about how solid Todd Fought is. It's come down to him just being patient, not pulling the trigger. Emily Cederquist doing enough there, changing the directions, and they're 1 point away, match point. Dominic Catalano must be sweating right now.
24,
What a
22.
patient point for Cederquist. Chance to close it out here. Todd Fought finishes it out in the dink battle, and a chance to win 4 titles in his career. The Atlanta Bouncers are moving on to the semifinals in the championship rounds in Orlando.
Unbelievable out of the Atlanta Bouncers. Not the matchup they wanted there in mixed doubles, and got it done anyway. Such a strong team moving on to Premier. Cannot say enough about the Atlanta Bouncers squad.